HIV and AIDS, Stigma and Discrimination. Have you ever wondered what are the day-to-day experiences of people living with HIV or AIDS? How do their families, friends, and communities treat them? What do community members at large think about HIV and the people who are infected? Do you know about the stigma and discrimination against HIV or AIDS? HIV or AIDS stigma and discrimination often reinforce existing social inequalities based on gender, race, ethnicity, class, and culture. The perception of people living with HIV or AIDS on how the public feels about them could influence their willingness to seek medical care, interaction with the society, and their coping strategies. Stigma and discrimination related to HIV or AIDS has been a prevalent problem. People living with HIV or AIDS encountered many phases of stigma and discrimination in a variety of ways in households, workplace, social media, communities, and etc. Now, do you see the trend? HIV-related stigma and discrimination exist worldwide. This creates loss of income and livelihood, loss of marriage and childbearing option, poor care within health sector, and loss of hope and feeling of worthlessness. So, why is this occurring around HIV and AIDS? Well, a lot of people believe that HIV and AIDS are life-threatening conditions associated with death. Plus, they think that HIV is associated with behaviors that people disapprove of. For example, drug use, homosexuality, sex work, or infidelity. Moreover, people believe that HIV infection is the result of personal irresponsibility, and finally, being infected with HIV is the result of moral fault that deserves to be punished. Therefore, we have to eradicate the stigma and discrimination against HIV or AIDS. First, we have to educate ourselves about HIV and AIDS, correct myths and misconceptions about HIV and AIDS. Next, we should avoid from using stigmatizing words. Instead of using the word victims, use positive terms such as people living with HIV or AIDS. Furthermore, we must respect the right of every person living with HIV and AIDS to determine for her or himself when and how to disclose her or his health status. Lastly, we must encourage the people to talk openly about their fears and concerns about HIV and AIDS. It is not a shameful thing to be hidden. Stigma and discrimination begin and end with each one of us. Remember, hate the disease, not the diseased. Let's stop the problem together.